Today we're going to talk about how serious you are about growing in your martial arts training. How serious are you as a student, as a martial artist, or as a martial arts student, or in any area of your life, really. But, some people train, a lot of people train, they go to the martial arts school, they train maybe twice a week. Some people train once a week, some do it 3 times, maybe at most. Some people train daily. Some people study while they're not training. They read books and they study materials and they watch videos while they're at home. A lot of people don't do that. Some people stretch at home. They condition, they do fitness training. In addition to that, they do endurance work or conditioning and cross training across styles. Maybe a couple days a week they do train at one place, a couple days a week they do something else to cross train. Some people travel. They'll travel to train. They'll bring in people. They'll do whatever they need to do to improve. And some people are just casual about it and they just do the bare minimum. But how serious are you about growing? How serious are you? Do you really want to get better at this thing? And you have to be honest with yourself, you can get as good as you want to get, but you have to put in the amount of work it takes to get there. So for an example, I have several black belt rankings in several different systems, some easier, some harder, but, over all the years of my training, I've accumulated that. And I've learned that it's something that anybody can do if you have the right mindset. It's not that I was anything special. I was just, if anything was special, I had the ability to repeat things over and over and over. I didn't just sit there. I actually did the techniques over and over. I practiced them at home. I was kind of obsessed in that way. So I guess in that way, I wanted it. But that's it, nothing physical. So there wasn't any physical attribute that I had. But I did have that desire, and I see that in a lot of people that go a long way in the martial arts and a lot of my students. It's the desire that separates them from everyone else. So when I started, I was a kid and I didn't have a license and I had to talk people into taking me. And that was a chore because when I trained, it was a 45-minute drive to where I had to train because there was nothing closer when I started. When I started full contact fighting, when I originally did it, I would get up at 4:30 in the morning and I would run, 3 to 5 miles every morning. And I would do that over and over. And because I really wanted it, I was serious about my training. There was a time when I wanted to go to the World Championship and compete in forms in Europe. So I was serious about that, and I had some heart troubles one year, and like a day or two before I was supposed to leave to Ireland and compete. And it was pretty devastating, and I ended up in the hospital the day I was supposed to be going there, and missed that. But the following year, I rededicated myself. I trained every night. I would teach, and I'd get done teaching around 10 o'clock at night, and I would train till almost midnight every night. And I did that every night for a year until that tournament. And that same year, I went to somewhere around 40 tournaments that year. Just to prepare myself for that tournament, which was going to be held in Portugal the following year. And, I did that because I was serious about winning, and I wasn't going to waste all that time and money traveling and go there to just hope I do my best, which amazed me because I talked to people that went there, and some of them were like, well, we'll see how I do. I didn't really train that much, and just shocking to me. But when I went there, I ended up getting 4 gold medals and a bronze. So all the work paid off. I mean, there was no guarantee, but I knew that if I lost, it wasn't because I didn't work hard enough. I did everything I could possibly do to win. And if I lost, then I assumed it would be because I deserved to lose. But I wasn't going to lose because of me. I was going to lose because they were better than me. And I put everything in it and got good results. And that's kind of been the theme, about getting black belts and training and doing different styles. Some styles that were very difficult for me in my body type, but, that persistence. So I've traveled the world looking for instructors. I've brought instructors to me. And this is it. It's that dedication. And that's what makes you better. And you don't have to go to those levels, but training at home at least, doing things, reviewing your techniques. One of my teachers says that the time at your martial arts school is your learning time, but you should train at least twice that much at home. And I kind of believe that. You have to reinforce this stuff. Knowing it doesn't matter. So if you're training a technique and you do it once or twice and you go, I got it, you don't have it. You got to work this stuff over and over, and you have to develop that ability to do that and to become comfortable with that. So this will work with anything, though, and that's kind of the cool thing. It works with most things in life. If you dedicate yourself and you really want it and you work hard, you can make a lot of things happen in life, no matter what it is. So it crosses over the border out of martial arts. And, there's always an excuse to stop. People tell me, I'm having a hard time in my life right now, or, I don't have much money. Yeah, I know. We all have those things. But it's like, get another job. Do what you need to do. Do whatever you need to do if you really want this, and make it happen. It doesn't just fall in our laps. We have to make this thing happen. And you can make yourself good. And but, time is short. Life is short. And it doesn't get any easier as you get older. So make it happen today. With hard work, with hard and intelligent work, that's really the great equalizer in everything. So work hard and work smart. They're both things you need to do. Find a great instructor, work hard, work smart, and work often. And you have to develop that look in your eye that, when I talk sometimes to people, I'll say, how bad do you want it? And they'll say, oh yeah, I want it. And you can tell they're not that hungry for it. You got to be hungry like you haven't eaten in days and you want to eat. You're hungry. You got to want it that bad, because that's what's going to keep you going when you're injured. That's what's going to keep going when everything's working against you. That's what's going to keep you going when you think you're not improving. You need to be hungry for this and develop that hunger every day. And that will keep you going. And in the process, hopefully you can enjoy it and learn to love it too. Because it's kind of a nice life. So anyway, how serious are you about your training? The level of how serious you are will determine how good you get in the long run. So keep that in mind. And, I hope it helps you put things in perspective so you can improve. All right, thanks again.